Hello everyone, this is Aniket Swapnarshi and today we are with Mr. Tarzan Subba sir. He is Joint Director cum Chief Accounts Officer in Department of Finance in Government of Sikkim. Hello sir, welcome here sir. And small interviews and small talk session on, basically it focuses on dream. So we would like to just have something that's really connected to your dream. The first question that's very weird. Again, I'm sorry for that, but if you please don't mind, is there any story behind so powerful name Tarzan? It's indeed a very powerful name, sir.
Yes, and let me tell you that you are not the first person to ask me this question. Wherever I go, people get bewildered to see, know my name, and they are so curious to see the person after hearing my name.
Okay.
So as such, if you'll ask me, I don't think there was any specific or very strong reason behind my name being Tarzan. But perhaps I was born in 1975.
Okay.
So maybe that time, the Tarzan of the Apes by Edgar Rice Burroughs was at its height, and it must have been serialized in America. So my thing, I never asked my dad as such, but my presumption is that maybe he was very much fascinated with the character Tarzan. So he might have named me. Otherwise, I don't see any other reason.
And I must say that indeed this name suits you, sir. Indeed this name suits you. So एक personal question sir आपसे. आप जब अपने youth time में थे, when you were youth, you were young. So did you have any dream that's so close to your heart?
Yes, it's not only unique to me. In fact, when one is in his youth or her youth, youth is an age where you are filled with dreams, aspirations, hopes, and I was no different. So when I was young, I had a lot of dreams, and dreams keep on changing. Keep on changing. So one of my friends, bosom friends, who is in the States now, he used to tell me that, Tarzan, everyone has a dream. Everyone dreams, but changing circumstances and situations often force one to change from one dream to another. And his words were prophetic in the sense. My dreams have been changing. There was a time when I dreamt of being a physicist, a theoretical physicist to be precise. And again, there was a time when I dreamt of being a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Then finally, when maturity crept in, and when I started understand things and was trying to figure out my own position in the whole society or as a member of civil society, then I had a dream of joining or being the civil servant, joining civil service. So I started preparing for the competitive examinations conducted by state public service commissions as well as union public service commissions, and finally things went, and I happened to join Sikkim Finance and Account Service. So that's how. So the dream has been from theoretical physicist to doctor and a few others in between, and finally settling down with civil service.
And what was the author?
Yeah, the author. I will not say that I was an author by accident as such. Writing was always very close to my heart. I have always been writing. Writing gives me a lot of peace, a lot of ventilation. Mm-hmm. And I was very sensitive as a child. So even when I was in junior school or middle school, to be precise, I used to write a lot of things. So not exactly maintain a diary on daily basis, but when something happened, some incident which pained me, some incidents which made me happy, all those things I used to write in my personal diary. So that's how I developed writing. Then letters helped me a lot. I had a lot of friends spread all over India during my school and college days. So writing letters also helped me a lot in developing the writing skill. But as far as this author aspect we are talking about, it was when my articles started getting published in local dailies and magazines, people liked it. And more than others, the youngsters, the young youths liked it, and many told me that your writings motivate us, keep inspiring us, or something like that. And many of my friends told me, suggested that since you have written so much, and there are not many followers in our area. So why don't you publish it in the form of a book?
So this
Then,
is the story.
by the form of a book. Then I gave a serious thought about it. Then those were the things, as a result of which, you have been myself.
Yeah, you have been myself. So one more thing, sir. What impact would you like to have on the mind of youth through this book particularly?
See, there are many things in the book, which one can relate himself or herself with or to, and there may be many things which one may not like.
Okay.
So among my readership, the maximum feedback that I got from were the youngs. They found the book very motivating. Some said that this will be, some even told me that this will be a guidebook for my life or something like that.
Wow.
And in the book, it's not a great book as such. It's a book that contains common things which we seldom miss. Things that we already know about. Moments we already know about. But my reaction to those incidents of life, and as a result of which, how it helped me grow as an individual, I have written those things. And there are many who find themselves in those pages, and then I like it. So, my message to the youth through this book is, there is nothing wrong in being honest. There is nothing wrong in being truthful. There is nothing wrong in accepting your mistakes, and take your mistakes as the process of growing up. And through mistakes we learn. And the only worst, the failure is not the worst thing. The worst thing is not trying. That's what one of my teachers in school told me, and and that is how the book is about. So once one reads it, he or she will certainly find many things to relate himself or herself in the book. And I hope that the book will have a positive impact to see life positively, not to be defined by failures in life, and all your failures and weaknesses should be the building blocks for your future success.